Jai Gurudev, dear students. Welcome again in this science class. Children, you know we have completed our chapter number 12, reproduction in plants, and after that chapter number 13, time and motion. I think that chapter is omitted from your syllabus. It will not come in your exam, and because of corona, you know that COVID-19, we have deducted some of the chapters from your syllabus. So 13 chapter will not come in your any of the test, and we will not study. So lesson number 14 today we start. Lesson number 14 is electric current and simple circuits. Okay. So children, in this chapter we will study about the electric current or electricity and how to make a simple circuit. That also we will study here, because in circuit also in circuit only current can flow. So children, here let's read in the introductory part what they have written. Have you ever considered how important electricity is to our daily life? We use electricity to perform many tasks every day, from lighting, heating, ventilation, cooling, to watching televisions and using computers. Electricity is essential for all modern tools. Yes, children, you also know, as we wake up in the morning, we first thing is that we switch on our light. Okay, so from that time continuously, whatever work we do, we need electricity in every work. Okay, means our life is impossible without the electricity now. Now we can't imagine our life without electricity, because our every task accomplish with the help of electricity. So it is very important. That's why we are studying in this chapter. So observe the pictures. Why do you think electricity cannot flow through the circuit? B. You can see here, children, two circuits they have given here. This is one circuit and this is another circuit. So they are asking, then why current is not flowing? These all the arrows are showing the flow of current through these this wire. Okay, but arrows are not here. That means no current is passing through this wire. Why this happening? Because here you can see this bulb is glowing, and here bulb is not glowing. Okay, so that's why we have to compare that why here electricity or electric current is not flowing. Because you can see here, children, here you can see this wire is not attached with this, means this circuit is open circuit. Okay, and this wire is closed here because this is a switch. You know, when we switch on in our home also, when we switch on, then this wire attached with this, and this battery has a electricity, means battery produces electric current, and that current passes from the battery to through this switch to the bulb. Okay, and when this wire attached to this one, this end, then only current can pass through this wire. So that's why this circuit B cannot flow current through it, because here switch is off. This is switch off and this is switch on. When we switch on, this condition comes, circuit completes or close. That time current start flowing through the circuit and bulb glows. Okay, so it is the reason, main reason is this one. So electricity flows through a wire or circuit. Like a water current is the flow of water molecules. Electrical current is the movement of charged particles. Children, what are the charged particles? Means any particle on which there is a charge. Charge means either negative or positive charge. So, if we talk about electricity or electric current, there is a negative charge always flows through the electric wire. So, the electric current flows when the circuit is complete. You know, electric current always flow when the circuit is complete. This is the complete circuit. Okay. So electricity cannot flow if these are the four conditions, means when electric current does not flow or cannot flow. So first is the path of electric flow is incomplete, means their path is incomplete. All the wires are not joined to each other. The source of electric current is absent. Source of electric current is battery. So if battery is absent, then also electricity cannot flow. And third is there is no wire for electric current to flow. Means if there is no wire, then also it is not possible to reach current from the battery to the bulb. And fourth is an insulator. Insulator means whether plastic, wood or rubber. Means insulators are those things, children, you have studied in class 6 already, that insulators are those things which cannot allow electricity to pass through them. Okay, so an insulator blocks the flow of the current. Means if we place any these kind of things in between as an insulator, they also block flow of electric current or electricity. Okay, so where is electric current produced? It is also, I have already told you that we have already learnt in earlier chapters about atoms and molecules. The building blocks of matter means anything. When anything is formed, then it is made up of molecules and atoms. Means these are the small particles which are which combines to form any matter or anything. Atom is the basic unit of a chemical element, while molecule is the group of two or more atoms. These things we already studied in previous classes, previous chapters. The smallest group unit of a substance representing the composition and chemical properties of that substance. Means in case of molecule, the composition and chemical properties of any of the substance is represented by their atoms. Okay, so atoms are mainly important, that which kind of atoms are present in any kind of molecule. So next is, what are atoms made of? So children, atoms are made of very tiny particles called protons, neutrons and electrons. You can see here. Means we can say that this is an atom. Okay, and atom has three main things. You can see here brown, with the brown they are showing protons which have positive charge, plus symbol is written here. Here these three are protons. And second are the neutrons. Neutrons they have shown with the gray color, and here 4 neutrons are there. And these blue dots with negative charge, they show electron. And children, here 3 electrons are there. Electrons are always present towards the outside. Okay, but protons and neutrons, they always present at the center of atom. So children, atom is very small small particle, we can say, but atom is also made up of these 3 particles, which are called protons, which are positively charged, and second are the neutrons, which has no charge on them, and third are the electrons, which have negative charge. You know, minus symbol is given here. Okay, so these 3 are composed together to form an atom. Okay, so children, an atom has 2 regions: the nucleus at the center of the atom containing protons and neutrons, and the outer region of the atom where electron travels in circular orbit around the nucleus. In metals, these electrons are loosely attached to their atoms and therefore can be easily released. It is the movement of these electrons through the metal in a definite direction produces an electric current. Children, here they have written about this structure. Means this part which is present at the center of an atom, this is called nucleus. Okay, and inside this nucleus, protons which are positively charged and neutrons which are shown here with the gray color, these both the particles are present inside the nucleus. Okay, and these particles they react with each other. Means protons have positive charge but electrons have negative charge, and electrons always present outwards. Okay, in outer side of atom, or we can say at the edges of any atom. So they have negative charge and protons have positive charge. So you know that because of their presence towards the periphery, or we can say towards the outer space, they can be easily released or they can be easily shifted from one atom to another atom. So that's why they can develop a charge on any atom. Okay, so because of this characteristic, electricity can flow or electric charge can flow from one atom to another atom. So this is the basic reason of electric charge movement. And children, after this, here in this diagram, here so many symbols they have given for different pictures. Here they have shown total 6 pictures. First picture is for cell. You know this kind of cell you all must have seen, and when we draw a circuit we know the symbols of these things. Okay, for cell we use this symbol, one bigger line and one smaller line, and both the lines attached with the wire, and long line indicates positive charge and small line indicates negative charge. In the same way, second is bulb, and bulb symbol is like this. You can draw in this way symbol of a bulb. And if we want to show in our circuit that circuit is on, then we use this kind of symbol. You know, in this circuit also we have made similar kind of symbol. So here also they have given this symbol for switch on. And if circuit is open and it is switched off, then we use this symbol. For battery we use this kind of symbol, just like cell we have used, but for battery we used double those lines, means two small lines alternate with two bigger lines. And last is wire. For wire we simply draw a single line or a straight line. So children, this is about the symbols of means important symbols which we used for an electric circuit. When we draw any electric circuit, these all the symbols we should know how to use. And children, here one important information is written in this paragraph, that the symbol for current is the letter I. Okay, wherever current we want to show, that we show with symbol I. And electric current is measured in amperes. This is the measurement unit of electric current, which is written as small a amps. Okay, it is called amperes. So here they have given information about all those things which we use in our electric circuit. So first one is electric cell. You know children, electric cell is a thing which we use to generate electricity. And how this electric cell can generate electricity, you know, inside this cell some chemicals are filled here, and those chemicals when react with each other, they will produce electricity. Okay, so that chemical energy will converted into electric energy here. So that's why this cell is also one important part of our electric circuit. And every cell has two terminals. One is positive terminal and second is negative terminal. About cell, you can see this cell. It has also two terminals, means two sides. At one side where metal cap is there, that side has positive charge. Always positive terminal is this one, metal cap side. And which side is plain? That is negative terminal. One is positive terminal, second is negative terminal. So children, these are some important things which you should know about the electric cell. Second is battery. A battery is a container where two or more cells combine to generate power for cars, radio. A battery also produces electrons through electrochemical reactions and contains positive and negative terminals. A cell is a basic unit of battery. Electric current moves from positive to negative terminal. So children, battery is nothing. It is also combination of more than two cells. Okay, when many cells combine together and they work together, then we can say it is a battery. Okay, when cell we use, it is a single cell, but when more than two cells we use in a combination, then we can use the term battery. And battery has also in the same way positive and negative terminal. And when I have shown you symbol, here also you can see this battery is a combination of two cells. Means this is a single cell, one bigger line and one small line, it shows one cell. And here you know this is one cell and this is second cell. So it is a combination of two cells. In the same way, here if any battery we use three cells, here we can use in the same way three longer lines and three smaller lines. So children, this is about the battery, and battery also works in a same way. It has also one positive terminal and one negative terminal. Okay, and batteries, you know, we use in our vehicles like cars or two-wheelers. So you can see at your home also which kind of battery we uses in these things. So next one is switch. Switches are the devices used to control the flow of electric current. You know that children, switches are the main things which can break the circuit. With the help of switches we can break or we can complete the circuit. Okay, so these are the important parts which we use to switch on and switch off. During switch on, when circuit completes, that time electric current starts moving. When we switch off, then electric current stop its flow. So according to the position of switch, we can call the circuit closed or circuit open, means open circuit or closed circuit. When switch on is there, then circuit is closed and current flow through the wire. But when circuit opens, that time current does not flow because switch off. At that time we switch off and circuit becomes open and current stops flow through the wire. Okay, so electrical appliances such as bulb runs on electricity. Not only bulb, children, you know, at your home so many electrical appliances are there. Tube lights, your refrigerator, your TV, and heaters, even geysers, and in your kitchen also so many electrical appliances we daily use. So all those appliances work with the help of electricity only. So next is conducting wires. Now if we make any kind of electric circuit, this is a circuit, electric circuit, and here you can see these all the things we join with the help of wires. So wires are also important part of electric circuit. Okay, these are called conducting wires. Why we use conducting word? Because they allow an electric current to pass through them. Okay, so they conduct electricity. That's why we can say that these are the conducting wires. And these conducting wires are used to connect all these things which we use in our circuit, like battery, when we want to connect battery with the switch, and that wire we connect with the bulb. Okay, or if we used to glow, LED also you can use here, because LED needs a little electric current to glow. Okay, so for these all we use these conducting wires. And these wires, children, they are made up of conductors. Means all the metals are conductors of electricity, but some of the metals are good conductor of electricity, like copper, iron, aluminium, silver. These are the good conductors of electricity. Okay, so children, conducting wires are made up of those metals, but on those metals, metallic wires, we use to cover that wire with an insulators. Insulators, you know, I have already told you that either we use paper, rubber, plastics, okay, or wood to cover these wires. Generally rubber or plastic we use to insulate the conducting wires, so that electric current or electric shock will not pass to any person when by mistake they touch any bare wire. Okay, and children, after this conducting wire, they have explained about ammeter. So ammeter is used to measure the electric current flowing in a circuit. Ammeter is this kind of meter in which reading is written like this, and this needle is given here. It shows the flow of electric current in any circuit. Okay, so with the help of ammeter we can measure the electric current, means how much electric current is flowing through any circuit. Okay children, so this is all about the electrical appliances, or we can say electric circuit, how to make an electric circuit, and what are the different symbols which we use in our electric circuit. Okay, so next time we will continue with the next topics. So children, whatever I have explained you today, that you read it out properly, all the paragraphs. If you have any problem, any query, you can ask me during the doubt session. And children, after this chapter we will start our next chapter, because only one chapter is left for the completion of syllabus. Okay, so this chapter will be completed in your next class. So children, read it out properly, and when we complete this chapter I'll send you notes of this also, and you find out your new words, whatever new words coming in the chapter which you have not seen before or not read before, that you can write in your science notebook. Okay, so Jai Gurudev.